Hi, I'm Lisa Wren. I'm an accredited practicing dietitian, and this is the sixth and final part in this current video series looking at how to implement a healthy diet, how to make it happen. And this particular episode is about shopping. So obviously the things that you buy in the supermarket are critical to implementing your healthy diet plan, to making your menu planning actually happen and therefore have the healthy food choices at home. So there's some interesting things when we talk about when you decide to eat a food, and this is called the decision point. So a lot of people assume that the time that they make the decision to eat the food is just right there and then when they're sitting on the couch after dinner, relaxing back, think, oh, those biscuits would be nice. And they think that's when they're gonna have a point of being able to change it. I've had a number of people have a sign on their pantry door saying, don't eat biscuits. And so they're sitting down at night expecting this plan to work, so that they're sitting there and then they feel like the biscuits, they see the ad on telly and go, right. They walk straight past the sign, open the cupboard and eat the biscuits. And they wonder why. And I think sometimes the decision to eat the food is made at the time of purchase, which of course is in the supermarket. And it may even be you get a bit excited about going shopping because you know you're going to buy those biscuits that you're going to eat later on, or maybe try not to eat later on. So this whole idea of the decision point is a really important thing, and I think the focus very much is around when we shop. I had a client that called the lolly aisle the aisle of death and destruction, and she said her kids would go, Mum, don't go down there, don't go down that aisle. Because of course once she was there and saw a chocolate on special, it was going to be bought. So I think sometimes you must be aware that the shopping centre, the supermarket, is a really important place to be making some good food decisions. And there are ways to prepare yourself for that. So certainly, planning the menu, when we're talking about planning meals, it not only helps at the time so that you know what you're going to eat, but it also actually helps to create a shopping list. So when you're actually planning the meals, saying what you need to be eating, then it automatically sort of populates this shopping list. So you got the meat and you got the veggies to make the stew that you plan to have that night. The other thing a shopping list does is it helps to decrease impulse buying. So if you're focusing on the shopping list and thinking, what do I need now? You're less likely to be going, just wandering aimlessly around the supermarket. So a list and menu planning all ties in well to help the shopping expedition become a more successful time. And I think also a shopping list and the planning helps you to get in the supermarket less often. Because the people who go, just work out what I'm going to have during the day sometime, go to the supermarket and purchase it. Of course, every time you go to the shops, there's an element of impulse buying, and so you get more of those extras in. So my theory is the less you go, the better planned you are, the less likely you are to have lots of these extras in your pantry to tempt you with. So there's a couple of things that are really important to think about when you're shopping. The first one is don't go when you're hungry. I know when I'm even slightly hungry, the food that I really love is cake or biscuits. So I know if I'm going in hungry, the packet of Anzacs are coming into my shopping trolley just because I'm hungry and that's what I'm feeling like. So that's the first tip, to perhaps go after you've had a good meal. I think something really important to do when you're trying to not go down that aisle of death and destruction, to stay away from the chocolate and the biscuit aisle, is to set your resolve in the car park. So before you even go in there, instead of going, I hope I don't buy chocolate today, be sitting in the car and reminding yourself before you go into the shops, what is it that I'm wanting to do here? I'm wanting to shop off the list, and I really don't want to come out of there with chocolate. So you set the plan in place. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip that aisle altogether because I really don't need to be down that aisle. Set your resolve in the car park. Don't hope for the best once you walk through the doors. I think too, a few points too, when you're looking at the actual layout of a shopping centre, all the healthy stuff is around the outside. So you've got your fruit and veg, you've got your meat, you've got your dairy and the breads sections, and the rest of the stuff in the middle part is probably the less than healthy parts, and that's where we get in strife really when you're going to the supermarket. So thinking about most of your shopping coming from the outside of that shopping centre. Checking your trolley contents. Have a look at your trolley. Is most of the stuff in your trolley fruit and veg? If you do your shopping there, the fruit and veg shop in that supermarket, most of it should be fruit and veg. Then you should have some dairy. There's some lean meat, and and some cereal products, rice, pasta, breakfast cereals, bread. These sort of things are the basis of a healthy diet, and it should be what most of the stuff in your trolley is. If you've got lots of soft drinks and biscuits and the extras are starting to mount up, then perhaps you need to rethink how you're doing your shopping and be looking at setting your resolve to avoid some of those aisles which really do cause you some strife. Some of the ways that you can get a little bit more of an idea about label reading and how to manage your shopping better. Lots of accredited practicing dietitians run supermarket tours from community health services or individual private practices, and certainly a dietitian can help teach you with label reading so that you know what is it that I actually have to look for. So thinking about your shopping, don't be hungry. Make sure that you check your resolve in the car park as to what you really don't want to come out with. Have a shopping list that's just automatically put itself together through the process of thinking about what you're going to eat. So good luck in the shops, as it's a jungle out there. You really need to be firm in what you're trying to achieve. So I hope you've enjoyed this series. Good luck with your healthy eating, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Thanks.